talk about Star Wars. We talk about some other fandom out there,
Oh
and
my
we
god, I
all.
forgot about this.
All right, I'm gonna kick you out now. Now I'm back to my show. Yes, a world between fandoms. All right, Oti, did you watch? This is your show. How could you
I
forget we're
did
gonna be?
watch it. I
I'm sure.
forgot we were gonna do this segment.
We'll do it quick. We're a little bit past the 1 hour mark. I already broke my New Year's resolution. So episode two of The Last of Us. Everybody loved it. I loved it. My wife enjoyed it. I love the way that these episodes start, just giving us all this scientific background of how things are happening, and it was creepy. And then
that that cold open was horrible.
yeah, how many are missing?
Oh my
14. Then just bomb us all. I want to be
god.
with my family before we all die. Basically, is this new? From was this in the video
Yeah,
games? No.
that was not in the video game. No,
Did
in
you
the video
enjoy?
game you don't get much explanation for the zombies
Yeah.
and the.
Okay. I was watching the end credits. They give you the little 5 6 minute kind of behind the scenes of the episode. I love that they do that for all the
Yeah, it's
HBO
awesome.
shows, and they kind of change the way that the infection works. Right in the game, it's supposed to be just spores in the air.
Yeah,
Here
that
is
was a
kind of
change.
different. Do you enjoy this change? Because they explain it doesn't really work for a TV show as it does for a game. Did you enjoy this change?
So they said the spores were a game mechanic, but
Mhm.
it really isn't. Like when you go to a place with spores, they just put masks on. It's not like an objective you have to do or
Yeah.
something. So that was kind of funny for me. But what they did mention was like in the game, it's to prove to you that Ellie is immune because
Okay.
she doesn't use the mask. So I did not mind the change at all. I think it was interesting because the switch was they did the mind hive thing where
Mhm.
all the infected are connected. In the game, it doesn't work like that at
Yeah.
all. And I think it's a cool concept. It presents new challenges for them because in the game you just walk through those mushrooms lying around and step on
Mm.
them and shoot them and it's fine, nothing
Yeah.
happens. And here they have to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, and it's might hopefully make the story a little bit better because if it's just airborne, it's like yeah, then why just put in a wall and calling it the quarantine zone? The QC wouldn't work. If it's just spores, everyone would just get
Yeah.
infected. So it makes sense that they needed to change it for the TV show. I love seeing Ellie just kind of walk out, same as Ray, and kind of be exposed to the world for the first time. And just even if all the high rises are just tumbled over, she's like, you can't beat the view compared to where she spent her 14 years. So I love
I love that
seeing
moment in the hotel with the ding ding ding. Excuse
the
me,
little
your friend is
frogs.
fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Uh,
frog.
the frog, and then oh, I can't swim. I'm having here heart palpitations thinking about Andor. No,
For
no.
me, it was interesting that they left that in because that's 100% a video game mechanic. That's in for you to solve some puzzles to have her
Yeah.
cross across things.
Yeah, I was looking for that clip for a tweet that I sent, and everything was that video of how to beat the water scene. It's like, really? This is part of the game. But yeah, what was also interesting is how difficult it was for them to just beat two of the infected. Like, how the hell
I
they're gonna get
love
all the
that.
way?
I love that.
It's
It's
creepy.
I get so I've mentioned it a couple of times, but again, the story is not really about zombies, and
Mhm.
most of the game, the antagonists are random people they meet and encounter. So, but it does present an interesting challenge because I'll just say clickers are not the worst kind of infected.
Oh
There are
no.
scarier things out there.
And I can't wait to see them. But
Well, I
yeah,
think
like
we'll see them next episode.
so I'll get to that before we wrap. But I love that sound that the clickers make.
It's
Makes
awesome.
it was something as soon as you hear it, you know what's coming. And it gets in that mindset that, oh no, we gotta get out of here. Again, how the hell they're gonna get to their final destination, having to go through all this if just two of them. And I love also that they're not sharpshooters. So it's not like, oh, one shot and they're dead. They miss like 20 shots, which what would happen real life if you're getting chased by weird mushroom people. You're not just gonna headshot the first one. So I did enjoy that.
Yeah. Um, again, I love the challenge and I love the build up to finally showing them. I
Yeah.
think that was pretty cool.
Hmm. Then it comes to the end. Of course, they get to that destination, get the battery, get the truck. Everyone's dead. They killed each other, and they killed this one guy that's changing, but he was connected to the hive mind. And then everyone comes. We got 1 minute to get out of here.
It's another change from the game, actually.
Yeah. In what sense?
So in the game, it's Phaedra, the government that
Okay.
arrives and starts shooting at them. And here's like the zombies.
Yeah. So again, this, even if it doesn't change the overall kind of
It's the
nature of
beats
the
are the same.
show, yeah, but it keeps people like you and others have played the game kind of invested, and I don't know what's gonna happen next. So I love that. I don't understand if there's all this ammunition and gasoline and grenades, why she just couldn't just open a grenade and kill everyone instead of fighting with the lighter for
Yeah,
5 minutes.
that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, and then that
For the
weird French
tension.
kiss. And the
So were you surprised that they killed off Tess?
a little bit, but I don't remember seeing a lot of her in the trailers
Okay.
or build up or anything. So it's like I'm sure one of them was gonna have to eat it sooner rather or later. I'm surprised it happened this soon, especially because they're not that far from where they started. They're like
No,
still
they're
in
not.
that kind of
They're
like
in the
two
same city.
hours. Yeah.
No.
So I was surprised that it happened this fast, but I can understand she got bit. It's gonna happen. Sorry.
So in when it happened in the game, I wasn't shocked because I think I mentioned it. Tess is really just there in the game.
Mhm.
She's not really that important. But here they gave her a little bit more connection to Ellie, and
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing you can do in a TV show. And they kind of reinforced her and Joel a little bit. So I think it packed a good enough punch for a character we just kind of met.
Yeah, and also because her lines about setting everything right. You gotta set what we did right, and now it gets the viewer into okay, what is their past? What have they done that they have to save this girl to try to right some wrongs? Where you would sacrifice yourself just to try to make sure that this girl makes it alive to the next place. So I think that little um, talk that they had was really interesting, and then unfortunately she had to go.
So it's that you mentioned is interesting because even playing the games, I'm not 100% sure of everything they did. But as you see more of what Joel's gonna do throughout the
Mhm.
remainder of the story, including next season, I think you'll piece some things together in your mind. Because
Okay.
I'll just say it: Joel's not a good guy.
Yeah, you told me
he's a
before this
protagonist,
started.
and Ellie's not a good person either. So, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to there.
But
So episode 3, anything else for episode 2 before a quick preview of
no.
3?
I just really loved it. I knew everything that was gonna happen, and it still played out awesomely. So
Yeah. So then we got a little preview for episode 3. To me, it looks like a flashback. Is this a
yes,
flash?
yes.
Okay.
Again, if it's a flashback, I'll be very surprised because in the game you just go to Bill and
Okay.
you don't see any flashbacks. But there's a scene that I'm like 100% sure that Tess is in the background.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think when he's telling him that people are going to come and stuff, there's some people in the back.
Yeah, there's like there are 2 adults, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be very interesting. Oh, and another change in the game, she tells Joel take Ellie to Tommy, and here she says
Oh.
take her to
Yeah.
Bill and Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, I'll explain why that's very interesting because I don't want to get into that right now.
No, not now. And that's tomorrow. That's a great thing about this. It's coming out tomorrow.
Yes, very
Looks
excited.
great. And this is where we'll see where it goes. Because looks interesting. You know, people like Bill, I guess, says on this trailer, if I feed you, then more people are going to come.
It's
And
not an
that's,
Arby's.
yeah, that's usually what happens in all these zombie shows. More people
I'll
want.
just say, Frank, I'm very interested in next episode because Frank is a character that we know from the game we don't know a lot about because Bill is the main emphasis of that
Mhm.
section. So I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do here.
All right, so we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
And Last of Us so far, and it's been already renewed for season 2 and 3, or no, season 2 at least.
2, but I think they'll need like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it will happen. All right, so that's it for The Last of Us. Before we leave A World Between Fandom, because a couple of weeks ago you said, hey, I just want to shout out this other show, Yellow
Yellow
Jacket.
Jackets.
All right, so I'm going to say now, because we should do this once in a while, I'm going to highlight another show that people should be watching, hopefully. It's not a fandom show, it's Slow Horses from Apple TV.
My dad loves that show.
So season 2 came out a while back because I think it's already out. All the episodes, only 6 episodes per season. I started watching season 2. I love season 1. Now season 2. So this British show, crime kind of thriller, and it's pretty interesting. And good acting, good writing. Gary Oldman's there. Olivia Colman is in season 1. The guy that played Finrod in Lord of the Rings, in Rings of Power, is here for a little bit. So yeah, go check that out. It's a good show. All right, Alti, that brings an end to our little show here on Saturday. Before you say bye, let me say thanks to our friends Brennan, Dale. Thanks for being able to break your curse and join the chat. And Mo, thanks for joining us today. Anyone else that was out there watching live, thanks for being here. Oti, I'm not even going to ask. So, anything else you're working on? Anything working?
You can find me over at Epe, Star Wars, whatever it says down there, over at Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I have my own podcast. Alberto leaves the links down below. So check it out if you want to learn Spanish.
I'll start taking that link out, so you'll have to repeat everything every day. But yeah, check that out. Star Wars, other topics, movie news. You do your longer reviews of The Last of Us and some other stuff out there. So go check that out. We'll be back next week talking. I don't know. Maybe we should just talk about Star Wars crawls. We'll did movie titles. Let's talk about crawls.
You have me read their crawls. Okay.
We'll talk during the week and try to figure it out.
War.
Yeah, the best one ever. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll be back next week if everything goes right, and we should. I don't know why I said that. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Be safe. And may the force be with you.